Hi Libra, you're my lucky last zodiac sign for October 2021 monthly readings. So we're going to crack into it and see what we're allowed to know, what would be helpful for you on your journey at this time. And already I am dropping cards. Look. Okay, so first card out of the gate is Ten of Pentacles, which is really nice energy. So let's see what else wants to come out. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Cups so far. So this is really nice energy. Looks like you're surrounded by lots of abundance, good friends, celebratory times. Ooh, curveball though, Eight of Cups. So let's see what that's about. Okay. I've got to admit, I'm a little bit confused about this energy that's come out for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some clarifiers from this deck. This is the Fin de Siecle Kipper fortune telling deck, and just get a bit more clarity before I read this for you. So it looks like, my overall impression so far is it looks like you're trying to trade in the Ten of Pentacles for the Ten of Cups. So you may have a level of financial security and comfort, but you're wanting to trade that in for like emotional abundance. Yeah, because this is you right now, or this is like kind of like the life that you're living, right? So privileged lady. So there's like a lot of wealth, a lot of sense of you're living the good life. And let's clarify the Ten of Cups. What is it that you're trying to create? So we've got the Distant Horizons card. So for some of you, this may be a desire to travel. So maybe you're living like a really good life, but it requires you to work a specific job, and it requires you to be tied down to a location that maybe you feel like you've outgrown, and maybe there's a desire to just kind of uproot and kind of travel the world. You know, you just kind of feel like that would be what would make you more happy. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Yeah, so Three of Cups, we've got pathway. So this represents a lot of different things. This represents choices, you know, like actually changing paths. This can represent kind of the sense of a long journey, like something that might take a couple of years to achieve. And interestingly enough, like the Distant Horizons card can kind of mean that for me too. Like it's the sense of like this big dream that seems very far away. So you may have a plan that, like, you know what, like, in the next couple of years, like, I want to quit my job and I want to travel the world. I want to move to another country. You know, that could be what you're considering. You know, you may be considering, because this is kind of in your mental space, so you may be considering, do I really want to? You know, I feel like you do, because we've got the Eight of Cups. So this is a desire to go off in search of something more, you know? And then we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is a desire to kind of cut off the life that you're currently living. I do feel like this has got a lot to do with world travel for you. We've got the world here, and I mean, obviously the world means so many different things, but it can for sure represent a sense of wanderlust and travel and all of that. It also represents kind of completing a cycle, or a desire to wrap up a cycle. And yeah, with the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords, I really feel like that is what you're trying to do. You know, this might be, and I think it could be that you're just realizing that you may have to part ways with, like, people that you're hanging out with now, because, you know, this is your dream and it just may not be their dream. So tell me about the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think there's a sense of, like, there's people in your life at the moment that you can go out and you can have a good time with them. And when you're going out and having a good time with them, you can almost, like, numb yourself to this desire for something more that you have. But then, of course, when you go back home and you're just by yourself, and you're just, you know, caught up in your own mind, this kind of vague, kind of gnawing sense of dissatisfaction just kind of eats away at you, like this desire for something more. And so it creates a sense of just bad health within you. And I don't physically mean, like, bad health. I think it's more just about your mental state. Like, you know you want more, and you can numb that with distractions, good times, you know, dinner parties, going out to the movies, going out for drinks and dancing and whatever you might do, you know, playing sport with friends, whatever it is. But when you're just alone with yourself and your thoughts, you know you want to move on. You know there's something more that is calling your name, like some bigger goal that you have for yourself. And, you know, it just makes you feel kind of sick. It makes you feel sick in your heart. It makes you feel pained in your heart that you're not going after this. And this is kind of in your spiritual position. So whatever you want, I get the sense that, like, it's part of your calling. Like, it's just what you want to do in life. Like, you can't, you know, if you pretend, like, if you try and convince yourself that you don't want what you want, like, it's just going to make you sick, or it's going to make you depressed or anxious, or, like, it has an impact on you because you know you want it. You know that you do. And so the longer you kind of put off going towards it, you know, like, the more it just kind of eats away at you. Yeah, like, we've got a journey. Like, you want to go on a new journey. You want to go on a new cycle. You want to go jump a train, and whether that's physical or metaphorical, you know. So what is it about your old life that you're wanting to put an end to? Yeah, you're wanting to put an end to the sense of kind of, like, drudgery of daily life, you know? Like, I do think you've got a lot of wealth, you've got a lot of luxuries and nice things in your life, but I get the sense, like, you have to work quite hard. Or you've had to work quite hard to do it. And, you know, what you do for work just might not be that fulfilling. And you may have a sense of, like, well, you know, time's gonna run out. One day I'm gonna die. And, like, I don't want to die with regrets. I don't want to die having not done this thing that I've always dreamed about doing, you know? Yeah, like whatever this thing is for you, it makes you feel so much more abundant inside than whatever actual wealth you have. Like this thing just breathes life, it breathes energy into you. And you feel like if I was to go after this, if I was to make this happen, like there is no possible way I could ever be happier. You know what it is that you want, but you are wavering. You are going back and forth. Because I do think that if you were to go after what you want, like there's a sense of finality. There is a quite a definite sense of like, my life after making this decision is never going to look the same as it looks now. So I do think you're kind of going back and forth within you on it. Quite a bit. I do think you're not going to be able to escape this because this is what you're going to feel like if you don't go after it. Like, there's just going to be this sense of despair that's going to eat away at you. And so I do feel like, whether it's now or whether it's a couple of years down the track, I do feel like you will eventually take the plunge, because I just feel like you can't not. Like, it's going to eat away at you if you don't. And I just feel like eventually you will get a sense of courage or whatever it is that you feel like you need to be able to kind of take the plunge, you know? So this is the main female card. Generally, that means that if you're watching and you're a female or you're a feminine energy, this is just showing up to say, hey, this is about you. This could also represent like just that feminine energy in general, in terms of like feminine energy. It's about creating, it's about being connected to your intuition. Yeah, we'll just see what else wants to come up. And it's interesting too, because this has come out on top of the moon, which again is feminine energy. It's like your intuition knows. Your feminine intuition knows that this is the path that you need to take. It just knows. And it can't, and once it knows something, like, it can't not know it, you know? Okay, final card. Community. I think it's the people that you're around at the moment that are making you waver a bit on this decision. And this could be because they just don't get it, they just don't understand it. It's not the path or the decision that's right for them. But it also can equally be, like, I do really feel like you really enjoy the people that you have around you at the moment. I think you have some good people around you, and I think there may be reluctance. There may be reluctance to step away from that, because I think if you follow this path, like, it might be quite lonely initially. You know, I do 100% believe that in time you can create a new community full of people that have similar goals and that are on a similar path and that are living in a similar place to wherever you end up, kind of thing. But yeah, I think you feel like you stand to lose the emotional support or just the comfort of being around these people. And I think that's part of what's making you waver. But I do feel like your desire for this new thing, whatever it is, this new adventure, this new chapter in your life, this new dream that just makes you, like, you know, it's the kind of dream that is so all-consuming that, like, you think about it first thing when you wake up in the morning, you think about it when you go to bed at night, like, you think about it during the day. Like, you really have to keep yourself very, very busy to avoid thinking about it 24 hours a day, because it's just so huge. Like, you want this so badly. But I do think, yeah, there's a bit of reluctance, because I think you'll be leaving some people behind. It's not to say that you can't, like, maintain those relationships, but I do get that there's a sense of, like, these people might not understand, and they certainly may not want to embark on the same journey that you're embarking on. So that would put some sense of distance between you, either physically or emotionally. It's not to say that these people still wouldn't be in your life in some way, shape, or form, but I do think the dynamic would change a little bit. Yeah. So that's what I have for you guys. yeah, if this reading resonates, like, you will 100% know what this thing is for you. If you're unsure and you're like, I'm not sure, then this ain't the reading for you. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Feel free to leave me a comment. I really do love reading all the comments. I feel very blessed by the people that leave comments. It's just so nice to read and to hear from my audience. You can also subscribe if you don't want to miss what's coming next. I have been posting a bit more regularly, and hopefully I will be able to maintain that. Yeah. So anyway, take care, and I'll catch you again later. Bye.